and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, May 24th, 25th, I should say. May's flying by. June's next week. We in graduation season. Shout out everybody that's graduating high school, college.
Facts.
Yeah, all the other, like pre-K and all that, don't matter, man. You know, I'm here, Todd's here, and some other foolishness happening with these students. You know, they be saying some crazy stuff to me. Especially they think they're Hoover. So I told them, I kept telling them I already made an example out of them with the same move.
I heard about that. Gina told me.
Yeah.
She saw it on the book. With
the same move, like 5 times, right? You would think they'd force me left. Same move. So I told them, listen, if we play 2-on-2, I'm actually gonna bring a real Hoover.
Yeah, don't do that.
And we're gonna do 3 dribbles. I said 3 dribbles. They was like, what do you mean 3 dribbles? I'm like, you have 3 dribbles to make up your mind if you're gonna score or not.
I mean, if you want, you can give them unlimited dribbles. No, it ain't gonna matter.
It don't, but you know, they're gonna be dribbling for the air out that ball. You know how long it takes them to make up their mind what they want to do.
I try to tell them, you know, my little, I put my little reel up. A lot of people ain't talking to me about it, you know, because I don't really post much from the Dominican Republic. But it's one of them things. Like we was playing three dribbles. Actually, it was 1-on-1, 2 dribble attack, and then it was countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 type deal. And simplicity is the key. Especially when 5-on-5, half-court basketball, you can't just pound the ball. You got to understand how to jab, get somebody off you, get somebody off balance, understand angles.
Yeah.
And simplicity is the key, man.
That's what I be telling them. Like, listen, I tell them, I got all the tapes from them playing, so they don't understand that I watched them play. I'm like, y'all take forever to make up your mind to score. Hey, we play 3 dribbles. Yeah. By the 3rd dribble, it's gonna be a turnover.
Yeah, and you should already know what you're gonna do. You should already have your mind made up. Jump,
that's why. Once the first dribble.
Yeah, so I tell people, no matter what I do, you're not gonna stop me from missing the shot. I just missed it.
Yeah.
I don't really have that.
Yeah.
The problem.
So you students out there, I'm telling y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax. You know who relaxed on Tuesday? On Monday night, the Heat. It was like they didn't even bother showing up to play this game. It was just like, we got our win up here. That's it. They didn't even bother. No effort, nothing. It was just.
Especially from, Bam putting his foot down the game before that, and then for this turnaround. But this series is kind of like whatever team can put 2 games together, just like last series with the Celtics and the Bucks. Yeah. That was their problem. So whichever team can just win 2 in a row is going to win the series.
It's the most confusing series ever because it's like both teams just having these weird quarters where they just decide they're going to not play offense and do the dumbest things, turn the ball over, bad shot selection. And this game, what was it, game 4? That just, by the first quarter, we was on 4, and I was like, there's no point in it. Yeah, this game's over.
That game was bad. That was just an awful performance. Granted, they were missing some guys, but remember, like I said, when we was talking about Brooklyn, how they couldn't win a game for weeks at a time. That's inexcusable. You all get paid like professionals. Some guys get mad when they don't get certain opportunities and chances, and now you're getting these chances and opportunities, and y'all aren't even putting forth a good effort at least.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that you lose the game, it's the how you lose it. People don't care. People don't care if you lose a game. Well, people care, but if you're putting effort and you're playing hard, people gonna be like, okay, they just got beat by a better team. This one, it was just like,
bro, at halftime it was 28-22. Granted, my bad, not 20-22. The Heat scored 11 points in the first quarter and then 22 in the second. You know what I'm saying? That's not any much of an effort as well. But granted, the Celtics only scored 29 in the first and 28, but you don't have to score as much when the team you're playing with is playing like trash.
Yeah, I think they started off 1 for 18 or something from the field. They didn't have it was like until the 5 or 6 minute mark that they got their first field goal. And, by professional standards, that's just unacceptable. And then back to Bam, that's also unacceptable, his performance this series, because he's only played 1 good game.
Yeah, and for you to only take 5 shots, if you're a starter, you should take at least 10 to 15 shots. Granted, you're going to have your stars that take 20, 25, sometimes 30 if they're hot. But I don't understand you taking 1.5 shots per quarter.
Yeah,
That doesn't sit well with me because you're the only force they really have down low. So you have to be a force down.
And he's the most versatile player too, because he could do so much. And I don't know, maybe Robert Williams scares him or something. But it's like whenever Robert Williams is on the floor, this dude's just Bam's a shell of himself.
Well, Bam is kind of like an undersized big. Granted, he's like 6'10", but he's not a prototypical big. Like he's like a stretch big. So Robert Williams is like a prototypical big. Like he's in there just to play defense. Yeah, he give you some offensive alleys and a couple hooks, maybe a jumper once in a while, but he's out there for defense and his timing. Yeah, I get it. They call him the time lord because his late mishaps, but like his timing with blocking is incredible.
Yeah, like, he's got good instincts.
Yeah, so. It's just he's just a tough guy to play against.
And I was talking to somebody about him a few times. Whenever he's on the court, just good things happen.
And two, your 3-man's like 6'9", 6'10". Your 4 is like 6'10", 6'11". Like they have some bigs compared to the Heat.
Yeah, the big once Bam goes on the bench, it's you got Dedmon, but. Dwayne Dedmon, but he's just there.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's played enough in his career to really like understand what he needs to do with playoff opportunities. But he's really like a wing guard, dominant team anyway.
Yeah,
so.
and you're just looking at the numbers. It's like they got more production from their bench than they got from their starters. 18 total points from the starters.
Yeah, and
two of them not even scoring.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at Butler. Yeah, he played awful, but at least he put up 14 shots. At least he's shooting the ball. You know what I mean? At least he's trying to do something. Yeah. So I can't get mad at that. But and he's been in and out of games anyway. So I can only imagine how he's feeling. He's probably playing through injury.
As I said before, the winner of this series might be needing to do G League call-ups for the finals. The way everybody's going down, I think Game 3 we had at least 4 players go down total from each team. It's just.
And let's be honest, like out of these 4 teams that are remaining in the playoffs, I'm sure me and you probably agree on who we think is gonna win the championship this year.
Whoever stays healthy.
And I would love to, talk about this lovely green background we got here, but I'm going with them boys at the West Coast, man. Unfortunately, though.
Hey, man. Whoever's healthy, whoever's healthy is gonna win the finals, because that man.
And I still think they're a year away, because they as well as they play against the Heat, they show like.
They got one thing that travels.
Maturation,
defense.
Man. Yeah.
That is defense. Defense travels. But crazier things have happened. This is a 2-2 series. Celtics definitely needed to bounce back after sleepwalking in the first half on Game 3, where it was just sleepwalking. You start off the game being down 20 in the first quarter, and then playing catch up the whole game, it just doesn't work. And the Heat in that game, the Heat were literally trying to give them the win. They were like, we don't want to win this game, but these dudes kept turning the ball over, and and it shows every time they don't turn the ball over, they have outings like they did. I think they had 9 turnovers. So the games that they won, they've had 10 turnovers and 9 turnovers. So that's pretty much it.
The formula for success in the playoffs, value in the basketball, defense,
free throws.
And free throws.
Yeah,
man.
38. They went to the line 38 times and got 84% of them. So, yeah, if they're able to string together, if they're able to find a way to win tonight, I like their chances on Friday to close this thing out, because the Heat, their players are falling, and they've shown, the Celtics defense have shown it's giving them issues.
And too, even when the Heat beat the Celtics still out rebounds them by double digits. So just cut down the turnover and they'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, they've had. For it to be 2-2, they've had a lot of positive things that they've done in this series. It's just that one big factor, which is turnovers, which you can't win.
Yeah.
Which you can't win at all.
And, when you look at the Heat and the Celtics have probably the 2 best players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, out of the 2 teams.
Yeah.
But the Heat is probably overall the better team. You know what I mean? So we're just going to see who's going to produce.
Plus, I don't think you can put all your trust in some of those guys the Heat be throwing out there.
Well, that's why it's a system, an overall team system. But, you look at the Celtics, Tatum and Brown gonna kill you, but who else is gonna do anything?
They've been getting, it's always been a random third option.
Yeah,
third option. I think this one was I mean, we could say Pritchard is kind of the most consistent one, but this one was White, Derek White. He came out
as he should be.
He came out like scored the first 7 points and stuff. But yeah, it's between White and Pritchard, and those are and Williams. Those are like the wild cards. So it's like whichever one of those three gets in double figures, your chances of winning is pretty high in this series. And then let's go to the other series. Dallas is just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, like I don't know what we're gonna waste like 10, 15 minutes talking about it. But
I knew they were gonna win this game though. I knew just because I was like, I don't think they're gonna go out getting swept. They're too talented, and and those threes are gonna fall eventually because they've gotten a lot of good looks. Even in Game 3, they had a lot of open looks. They just weren't knocking them down at all. And in this one, I think they knocked down to a tune of 22 or something like that, 22 threes. And hey, man, as long as you can continue playing basketball, I ain't mad at y'all. But it's kind of delaying the inevitable because it's they've shown on the road it's been tough for them on the road.
Hey, each game is a learning experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Each game you're just learning more and more about how to win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you're playing the team of this generation. Let's be real. Like they've been to the pop final so many times, just like LeBron. So all you can do is just hit them as hard as you can, because they're gonna pummel you.
Yeah.
At some point, like when I watch the game, I'll be on my phone watching YouTube and the game, just because no matter what Dallas does, Golden State.
They could be up 30 and it still won't be a safe lead.
Yeah, you always feel like at some point I'm gonna blink and they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Even was it last night or 2 nights ago?
When they was down 20?
Yeah, and they came back and lost with 10?
Oh, you're talking about last night?
Yeah, last night lost by like 10. It's like you still didn't believe in Dallas actually just spanking them. Like you're like, they're gonna come back at some point, and they did. So it's like, Dallas is missing Tim Hardaway Jr. tremendously, tremendously.
Big time.
This series would be a lot different.
What's that, like 4 or 5 threes right there?
Yeah, it'd be a lot different. And he get to the cup and make free throws, jumpers. He'd be second leading scorer.
Yeah.
Behind Luka.
Yeah.
And I feel like Luka will give the ball up a little more because he had more trust in some of his plays because he knows Tim Hardaway Jr. You know what I mean? So build that rapport and stuff. So
yeah, Dallas got a good foundation. The one thing they need a big. They definitely need a big, because they do have guys that can take the ball out of Luka's hands and let him play off the ball or let him go into post. So they do have the pieces. They just need a couple. A big and a couple wing guys. That's it. They got a good foundation so far with some of the guys they have, but it's also depending on what they got. But then for these guys, for Golden State, I mean, this one, they weren't even picked to make it to the finals this year, just because everybody thought all those injuries, Clay's injuries is going to come back because he can't move the same way he does. But they've just been showing experience wins you a lot of games, even when you're not playing well. They had to deal with the low IQ team the last round. And this one, they're just dealing with a team that right now can't make shots, and they're making shots.
And like I said last week, man, or the week before that, Golden State has guys off the bench that can give you 20, 25 points. Mm-hmm. What, Looney had 20, and that's his career high a couple games ago.
Yeah, double-double.
Yeah, what's his name? Poole had 25, 23. Mm-hmm. What, last night or a couple games ago?
I think it might have been game 1 or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got these sparks that just come in here and you don't expect them to do certain things, and they do it. Then you have the 3 Hall of Famers that. And when you say they weren't predicted to go to the finals, the first year they went to the finals, were they even predicted then?
Yeah, they was.
They was?
Yeah, because the year before they took the Spurs to 7.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like when they were, on the come up, people didn't expect too much out of them, and then once they were at the mountain, and people expected them to be great. So, I just feel it's kind of like the same roller coaster ride as you're going up the.
And then you gotta give a lot of credit. Andrew Wiggins, this dude, this postseason, you can't even talk about his offense. This is defense. He's literally taking on the best player on the other team and pretty much made them work for everything or taking them out the game. And this dude was playing no defense. He used to not play defense at all.
He learned how to be a pro.
Yeah.
He learned how to be a pro. I feel like certain franchises, just because you're good and you're high profile pick and you're the star of the team, you're allowed to do what you want. There's certain standards of certain teams, like the Heat, Golden State. That's why Golden State is successful, because they changed the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I applaud Steve Kerr.
This is why KG absolutely can't stand the owner of the T-Wolves.
I mean, because rich people never want to look in the mirror and admit their faults. Yeah. They want to point at the people below them. At some point, if you suck as an owner, GM, just move on, man. You had your stint. You got your money. Allow the franchise to flourish. That's how it's like you, huh?
Nah, but in order to save face, they did make a pretty good hire in the front office. They hired a guy that was from the Timberwolves, from the Nuggets front office. The T-Wolves hired him to be their next exec. So maybe that's because he's done a good job in drafting. Player development, helping with the player development.
They got any ex-pros on the staff with the Timberwolves? Coaching staff on the bench anywhere that could help these guys understand how to be pros, how to win a playoff series, how to not lose games?
I don't even know who's on their coaching staff, to be honest.
My point exactly.
I don't know. But yeah, so Warriors and Mavericks. They are on game number 5 is tomorrow night. So it's probably gonna be done. This series is gonna be over tomorrow. So.
Yeah. We didn't believe in the Mavs beating the Warriors at all. So
no.
Entertaining, though.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit last NBA stuff. All the NBA teams were all NBA teams were announced. First team All NBA were Nikola Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Tatum, and Devin Booker. They made All NBA first team. Embiid, Durant. Steph Curry, Ja Morant, and DeMar DeRozan were second team. And the third team was Chris Paul, LeBron, Pascal Siakam. He had a really good year. Mm-hmm. And Karl Anthony Towns. It's funny how Chris Paul made All NBA third team, and then Patrick Beverley was talking all that trash about him, and yet here's another accolade for Chris Paul.
He got that rivalry with Chris Paul. He ain't competitive, but he has softened up on his take. I've heard him days later. He seemed like he softened up a little bit.
Because other guys in the league probably was like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?"
Yeah, I just think sometimes you forget the severity of some of the words you use. We have something called the dictionary. And my mom always said, if you don't know what it means, don't say it. So, unfortunately, I'm not a human dictionary. Yeah. Even if I don't know what a word means, I can figure out what it means. You know what I'm saying? Especially how you're using the words. Using the sentence. So.
And the thing with him, he just made it too personal. There's criticizing, and then there's making it all personal. He could have criticized him, and it would have been all good. But then he legit just crossed that line and made that personal.
We all make mistakes, especially as competitors. Sometimes we are too much a competitor in places that we don't need to be competitive in. Yeah. And that was an arena he didn't have to put his feelings out there.
He should have just stuck to Twitter. Yeah. Perfectly fine. Just talk your trash on Twitter.
But too, with this list though, I didn't have any issues with it at all. They actually got it right.
Yeah, they got it right. I think JJ Redick said it the best. He's like, because I think there's incentives if you make certain teams you get certain amount of money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So JJ Redick, he said that they should just vote for who are the 15 best players in the league from that season instead of having first, second, or third team.
I get you saying because the money varies between.
Yeah, and it's also they do it by positions and stuff like that, and it's the league's so positionless now.
Yeah, you're right. Because even the All-Star game and stuff, the top centers, we have centers now back in the league, but there was a point where we didn't have centers in the power forward. They were just forwards.
Yeah, but I like that idea, just saying brought the 15 best and just make it one All-NBA team, which makes perfect sense.
No, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, all right. Some other news we got. That's it. That's it for NBA news. I don't think there's nothing else, but the Dwayne Haskins story. There's some more stuff that came about it. So it was an article that was put out that said he was legally drunk at the time of his death. This was according to the toxicology. It said he was struck by the truck. Alcohol levels of 0.20 and 0.24, which are above the legal limit in Florida of 0.08. Just that's just wild because it kind of explains like why would you get out on the highway?
All that's
and
unfortunate.
stuff. Yeah,
man.
so
Like, it just didn't make sense. Like, why would you randomly get out on the highway?
right,
Like,
yeah. You kind of knew something was just not right about it and stuff because Granted, even if you have a flat tire or
I've had a flat tire
yeah.
on the highway, and that thing was. I was like, I ain't getting out.
Right,
Like, cop
yeah.
pulled up on me. I said, I got a flat, man. I need, help my situation out.
Yeah.
So, and I was on a two-lane highway,
Yo.
so
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah, and Florida's is like a four-lane highway too.
And just because of speed, and you're just swaying back and forth just by people going.
Yeah.
Lord knows if somebody just doesn't see you.
It loses
Or
control.
isn't paying attention, you know what I mean? Or even is off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is all from the medical examiner, but this is the whole. Even what else happened? Like the parents didn't go to the funeral
Yeah, I heard about that.
because they've never met his wife, which is like.
I don't care about none of that. I gotta see my baby.
Right.
Like that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
I don't understand certain things. I don't understand. I mean, I get if you're not invited to a wedding and things like that, but like I don't understand parents not supporting their kid, and I don't understand kids separating themselves from parents.
Yeah,
like, that's something I'm never gonna force my daughter to choose, and you know what I mean, vice versa.
Yeah. The more that came out from this story, it's just more as if you're a parent, you're just reading all this new information and stuff. It's like it just opens that wound back up again, even though it's still fresh, but it just opens it right back up.
I'm not gonna ask no questions about like why didn't you kind of like make an effort to meet her, you know what I mean? But who knows what the
who knows the situation
like.
what that was, but yeah, man, it's sad all around for that,
Yeah,
man.
Condolences.
Ooh, definitely. Before we get to athlete, we'll get time for Red Sox update.
Yeah, it's been nice.
It's nice outside.
Nice.
It's been nice outside. Let's look at the weather for the rest of the week. Actually, it's supposed to be in the 80s and stuff.
I might go hoop outside one day.
80s and 90s. So that means the Red Sox have won, they won last night. They beat the Chicago White Sox 16-3. They are currently on a 5-game winning streak. This might be the longest winning streak of the season for these guys. I don't know. Well, they figured out the bats. You're getting the past 2 games. You got 24 runs, and you only allowed 7 runs. That's a good margin right there.
You talked about the pitching, so they're figuring it out slowly but surely.
Yeah, let's just hope it stays consistent when they play some of the better teams.
Maybe some guys just had to get warmed up. I don't know. I don't really know how that goes, But hey, I'm rooting for you pitchers, man. You know how I feel about y'all.
Yeah, pitching hard, man. Pitching hard.
The whole world's eyes are on you, bro. You're on the mound. It's like you're under a microscope, legit. Like you're like a molecule.
And you're in Boston. In certain markets, like you play in Boston, you play in New York.
Bro, at least basketball, there's 5 of y'all like out there,
right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you dribbling, but you top the key. Like somebody's next to you. Like baseball, you like legit, right there.
Yeah, but. And when they hit a home run, it's just like
you gotta watch it go too. It's like,
you have to watch it go. You have to watch the guy do the lap. You have to stand there waiting. It's just
you gotta watch all your teammates look at you like, dude, you serious? No, none of them can pitch like you. You know what I mean? Like.
No, this is true.
It gotta be the worst.
Yeah, man. It's a lonely
What's worse, being a pitcher or a goalie?
Oh, a pitcher. Pitcher.
Yeah, because goalie, sometimes you might not get that many shots. You a pitcher, it's like you know for a fact you got at least 3 bats automatically let you strike all 3 out, and then after that it's like, whew.
Yeah, because the goalie, soccer goalies especially, they don't get that much. The action don't come to them that much unless you're playing really elite guys.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, hockey goalies. Yeah, but it's kind of hockey's. They're kind of like
hockey goalies are different. I went to Canterbury. I would never understand how somebody could just stand there and not flinch at a puck coming at you at 90 to 100 miles an hour. Baseball, at least you can swing at it. You can hit it, hit away from you like a fly or something. But like hockey's, like you gotta stand there and take that.
And these guys are fine too. They're coming. I don't know.
Yo, that sport like has no issue with losing teeth, or as some of my cousins would say, teethuses.
is why they always ready to fight, man.
Yeah, man. I just.
Oh man, yeah. So Red Sox are back on. They're back in action tonight against the White Sox. Oh, another thing from the White Sox. You see that story of I think it was like Josh Donaldson or Harrison or something like that. He called Tim Anderson Jackie. As in,
yeah, and then I heard people trying to defend it by that guy saying that he's the new Jackie Robinson, I guess, and just call people by their name.
Yeah, but I get what Tim Anderson was saying as far as like when he said that years ago. It was like the way he's playing now is kind of like changing the game. Pretty much, he was making more fun into the game. You know how Jackie Robinson, he changed the,
So he
the
was
game
basically
completely.
applauded him.
Yeah.
Kind of like bigging him up compared to like people just taking offense to you calling another black man a random black guy who just has to play baseball.
Well, this dude that called him Jackie, there's been some.
He tiptoes around the line?
Yeah,
He's from Massachusetts.
I don't know where he's from.
Well, you know, us Massachusetts, we tiptoe around
Yeah,
that.
I don't know where he's from, but he said in the past he said it to him like, and he didn't take no offense to him. But then somebody brought up a good point. He's like, maybe he didn't take it as offense, but he was just like, you know, when you say something to somebody and they're just like, okay, whatever, so you need to stop, and you don't know when to stop.
Bro. I went to St. Mary's, I went to Canterbury, I went to Endicott. Sometimes they don't even understand the ignorance when you don't react a certain way. So you have to react a certain way for them to understand that, oh my God, I offended you, compared to you just brush it off and them keep doing it because they're just so oblivious to their ignorance.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things. But yeah, that dude, that guy, the dude, Josh, whatever his name is.
And this is why I react the way I do to certain things.
Major League Baseball suspended him, so I think they suspended him for a game or something like that, though. You know. Sometimes you just gotta know how to, you just gotta know.
Respect people. I don't, honestly, because I just,
Yeah, you can't continually you say it once, they'll let it slide, but if you, a couple more times, then it's just like, all right, guy. Yeah. Where we at? Let's go to Athletes Corner. We had Jadden Gonzalez with us. I mean, they set to graduate next week, but he'll be going with Tone. I think it's called Bush Academy.
Yeah, it's Bush and Ali.
Ali's going there as well. So those two will be going there, getting the Tone treatment. And the Tone treatment is not for the weak.
No, not at all.
It's not for the weak. But it does make you a good basketball player.
He just, honestly though, he just instilling certain, I want to say, rules, certain morals, and certain stuff that we just naturally had as competitors, as kids. You know what I mean? And it seems like it's kind of lost in the city nowadays. So now he's trying to bring it back. Yes,
sir. So check out Athletes Corner. We're going to come back with some post-game stuff. All right, hello and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner, and today we have Jadden Gonzalez, Lynn Classical here with us. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah, you excited, right?
Yeah.
It's like your last couple weeks of high school.
Yeah, we got, I think, a month left maybe.
Yeah, man. How's it? Just how as everything's coming down, the weeks are coming. How are you feeling? Like this phase, this part of your life's about to be over. You about to start.
Yeah, I'm ready to be out of there. Move on.
That's usually how it goes once that senioritis kicks in, man. For you, I mean, just talk about these last several years for you. But first off, on the basketball side, you had to deal with that with that COVID season. How was it just coming back into this season, having a regular season? But first, how was it just dealing with that COVID season for you?
The COVID season was it was different because going into games it was no fans, so the energy wasn't really there for the games.
Yeah.
It was and it was short too. It was 7 games. We didn't really do much.
Yeah. Was that for you as a player? Is that just as much basketball as you played, but just no fans is there? Was that weird? The first couple times when you guys were playing, and there's just you guys can hear yourselves.
Yeah, it's different. It's different for sure.
Yeah, all right, man. What did you get from that experience, though?
I mean, just we had the opportunity to play, so just take the best of all the chances you get, because we could have really not had a season. Yeah, we could have missed the whole year.
Yeah, definitely. Was that your first year getting big big minutes on varsity, or a bigger role on varsity?
Yeah, that was my first year, like playing more.
Yeah. Lead up to that, were you hoping that you could have got a full season just so you could get that opportunity to show your
We didn't even really hit like a mid-season stride. It was just 7 games, we were done.
Yeah. But some good came out of it, and then you guys got the chance to play in the summer league as well, to gel with some of your teammates. I mean, you felt that summer league helped you guys a little bit, just try to get to know each other.
Yeah, it helped with us build chemistry, because a lot of the kids didn't really play with each other before.
Yeah. All right. And then you guys had this past season, you were named to an All-Star, GBL All-Stars, got some accolades. I mean, because overall, when you look back at that season, what were some of your takeaways from it?
From this season for school?
Yeah, this past season.
I mean, we weren't really winning much, so I mean, it just shows that if your whole team's not coming to like play, then it doesn't matter what you do individually. Like we all gotta be there.
Yeah. Was it also like a learning experience, because some guys weren't? That was also their first time being on varsity as well.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, how were you able just to try to get them? You guys aren't winning as many games as you want. How were you just trying to get them to stay focused for each game and just come out and be competitive? There's losing, but then there's losing, but then there's being competitive still and showing a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really want to go into a game and just not play and get killed. You want to be competitive no matter what your record is. You want to just keep playing until the season's over. Yeah,
definitely. What's some of the biggest lessons that you learned about yourself just as a leader, and as the go-to guy for the team? What were some of the things that you learned about yourselves through this season?
That's a tough one. Hold on.
What were some of your memorable moments for the season?
The English games were, even though we lost both, like just all those fans, it was good for sure. Like the environment, I liked it. Yeah,
definitely. And also that the last English games that y'all had, it was kind of they had the fans, but it was only family and stuff.
So for the first one, but the second one there was no like fan capacity. So there was people there.
It was also great this past season just to have people in the gyms.
Yeah, I missed it. It was bad with no fans. Did
that pretty much help you? I know it helps players as well. When you get things going and then the fans are into it. Did you kind of get that?
Yeah, it's like it brings energy. When there's no fans, there was like no energy. You didn't feel it before the game. Like
was it one of those that you had to like kind of find your own energy? Granted, you already got the energy just to play, but you had to like deep to find another way.
You had to like find it yourself. The fans, if there's like a packed crowd, it just brings it for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a season that has ended. What are some things that you've been up to?
I just been in the gym, like trying to get my body right. Still working out on basketball, obviously, just getting right for next year. Yeah,
definitely. And then you've also, I don't know if you want to talk about. The time this comes out, you already made that announcement. You've made your decision on what you're gonna do after high school. Can you just talk a little about that?
I'm gonna do a post-grad year actually.
And what led what was the thinking in that? What led you to come to that decision? Or some of the thoughts you went through just to make that decision?
We missed last year, so I get another year back pretty much. Yeah. And I could get more opportunities for like colleges if I get a whole extra year to get myself right and get more looks.
Yeah, definitely. And you will be going
to Bush Academy.
And
it's in New Hampshire.
Bush Academy in New Hampshire with a familiar coach, Lynn Antonio Anderson. Was that just like for an opportunity to get to be coached by a guy that's well respected in the city?
Well, obviously he's a good coach, but I've known him for a long time now too, so I'm comfortable going into that. I'm not like going somewhere I don't know what I'm going into.
Yeah. So. You've already. I mean, what was it? Clearly, you wanted to go there to coach for him. But what was it, when you started looking at different programs and stuff like that, and was that basically one of the reasons why you started looking at that?
Yeah.
All right. And just how are you going to get yourself ready for that? Because that prep school life and that prep school basketball is a different type of animal. Just for you personally, just how are you going to get yourself ready for that?
I've just been in the gym. I'm gonna get my body right. keep working on basketball and just do what I do when I get there.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know, like, have you visited the campus yet or no?
I haven't yet, but I plan on like going soon. I'm gonna go look at it.
Yeah, definitely. And when is it that you actually have to be on campus?
I'm not sure. I think it's in August.
In August. Okay. So you got plenty of time between that phase. Any other basketball that you played leagues or?
I'm playing AAU right now.
All right, talk to me about that. Which team you playing for AAU?
I play for Tony Gallo.
Okay.
Run the city. Right?
Another fan, another guy here. You guys were you guys like in Atlanta or somewhere like that?
Nah, that's another team.
That's the other team?
There's like two separate programs.
There's two. Okay. Were you guys recently in the tournament though? Your team?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
We were playing at Millworks like last weekend, not this weekend, the weekend before.
Okay. How'd that go?
Nah, we won. We played 2 games. We won both. The third one got canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
All right. What other ones you got coming up? Do you have
I'm probably gonna play in summer leagues or whatever. Just keep playing until I gotta go.
All right, man. Is it the moment? This time? These next couple of weeks? Has it hit you yet that this is it for you for high school?
Yeah, it's starting to, but like I said, I'm ready. I'm just ready to move on.
Yeah. What are some of the lasting moments that you have with your teammates for the last 2 years? You know, you got some guys ahead of you that graduated, but for the guys that you got to play the full season with this year, what are some of the lasting moments and memories that you have with some of your older teammates?
Well, I mean, it was just good, like playing with all the kids every day. Like I'm friends with most of them, obviously, so it was fun playing, like regardless if we were losing or not. Yeah. So. Yeah, definitely. Anytime to get to play basketball is always fun. But you know, like that, like once it's done, it's done. So. Yeah. Just gotta move on. Yeah. Enjoy the memories as they were. All right, man. Before we get out of here, plug in your social media for everybody. My Instagram, Jadden Jadden_G, and my Twitter is JaddenG03. That's it. There you go. Make sure you follow him. Good luck up there in New Hampshire. You know, for those, it's only a 50-minute drive, so if you guys want to see him play, you can take that drive up there, and I'm sure they'll be in Massachusetts playing some games as well. So good luck with that, man. Good luck on everything you do. Thank you. And also, early congratulations. June 3rd, I think, is graduation. So good luck with it. Thank you. Thank you for having me. No problem, man. You guys have been watching Athletes Corner. We're out of here. We are back. Okay, let's do some. There's some spring footballs happening. They all had their season finales over the weekend, and they're getting ready for the playoffs that starts this weekend, I believe. So first, we're gonna do some post-game interviews with Top Gun 8U. So check this out. All right, guys. You guys are undefeated to finish the season. How do you guys feel?
Good.
I mean, tell me about this game. What was working for you guys?
The power, the talent. And while I was running the ball, I felt happy to be undefeated.
All right. Jerron, you got the touchdown. You had some good runs. You know what was working for you on offense? What were you doing?
Everything, bro. I was trying to get everything in to me.
Talk to me about your defense. You guys shut them out. You know, how does it feel just to put a shutout to end the season?
Good.
You know, what was working on defense?
We're stopping the run game a lot. They were trying to run up the middle, but our linemen stepped up and didn't allow anything.
All right, all four of you guys, you know, how excited are you for the playoffs? What do you expect to win the playoffs?
Super excited. I think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think we are going to win the Super Bowl. We played great, and we have to work again to get to the Super Bowl.
All right, and we are back, and the next up we got a couple kids from the Silverbacks. They had a shutout. I think it was like 33-0 for the 10U. Check this out, and we gonna come right back. All right, you guys shut them out today. I mean, talk about your defense and how you guys are able to just shut them out.
It was honestly like an easy game, and I had some good blocks, some good tackles, and football's supposed to be fun. Supposed to have fun.
All right, you guys got 27 points in the first half. Talk about the offense. What did you guys doing that was working?
So I had to run the ball for the Twins, and they were blocking me, so my brother taught me how to run the ball. So I just came up and I told him how to supposed to run the ball. He's like, just stiff from them. I was like, okay.
All right. And you guys finished the season with a win, getting ready for the playoffs. How excited are you for the playoffs? Tell me about that.
I'm excited for the playoffs. We're gonna go against like teams that we already went against, and you know, this time we're way better, and we're gonna blow them out.
How excited are you for the playoffs?
Really excited.
All right, and last but not least is Top Gun 15U from Friday night. They beat the Silverbacks 14-16. They were down like 14-0. Then it came back in the second half. So check this out. We talked to the QB after, and then we got some spring football highlights coming right after this. All right, man. First half, it was a tale of two halves. First half, you guys down 14-0. I mean, what kind of changed in the second half?
I mean, we never gave up on each other, you know what I mean? Coach, he put in a great game plan. We knew we was down, but we knew we could come back, and we battled strong, and we got it done.
Offensively, what did you guys do differently to get some momentum going?
Offensively, we just had to kind of get our guys fired up, you know what I mean? They came out slow, start the game off, but then we came back second half, you know what I mean? Got some points on the board.
And talk about the defense in the second half. You guys shut them out. Got two big fourth and outs, stopping them on downs when they stopped you guys, but you guys stopped them 2 times over here. You know, what was the defensive?
Hey, the defense was just playing hella aggressive, you know what I mean? They was just ready. We wanted this game, and we did that.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, sir.
All right, and we are back. All right, spring football highlights. Check these highlights out from over the weekend. And we are back, and we got more highlights. You know, I be going through them. I be finding all these old games, and I just randomly came across a game with Ant, his senior year, for the state tournament game. They played against Malden Catholic.
Okay.
I thought it was. They didn't have a date, so I was thinking it was like later on, but it was their game. So him and JT had combined for 50.
So was that before Charlestown?
Yeah.
That's when this
I think it was like the second.
That's when that tournament went to an end.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
I think this was the second game.
Okay.
For the quarterfinals or something like that. What's flaws is like, yo, we had so many guys from the city back then.
Yeah, JT could hoop, but he was really a football guy. That was his thing.
We had a lot of people that could hoop, but they were mainly football guys. So it was like that was an interesting time in men's sports because there was so many people, and then when you as old as you get, you just kind of forget how many people that were actually nice in hoops, and it's like, well, people that were around know, but those that don't know, there was so many. And there was, the good thing is it was all spread out. Everybody was somewhere in different schools and stuff like that. So it was great times. Check this out. We're gonna come back and be in top 10. We got some boxing to talk, and then we're gonna be out of here. NBA top 10, and then then we go coming back this thing up.
Yeah.
All right, and we are back. Oh, we got some boxing news for y'all. We got fight fight happened this weekend. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Rolly Romero. This is for the WBA lightweight title, 135-pound.
Nah, I seen that picture, and he looked like a character from like Phineas and Ferb. That black and white picture did not help him out at all.
This guy, he does a lot of talking. Tank Davis is not a talker much. He's more about action. So this should make a pretty interesting fight. But Pedro did say that dude might open himself up for a knockout against Tank. So he's gonna have to.
I'm looking at that picture. Yeah, that was a lot better. That other one.
Yeah, there's been a lot of boxing. Had a lot of great boxing fight. Pedro, who was it that won over the weekend? The dude with the
David
Benavidez.
Okay.
David Lemieux.
Yeah, he won over the weekend for those that don't. And then Triple G and Canelo agreed to another fight this summer.
Yes, but date hasn't been not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, man. So you boxing fans, there's a lot happening in the boxing world. So this should be a very good fight. Tank Davis always gives everyone a show for his fight. So, hey man, boxing, they got some guys that trying to bring the sport to where it needs to be.
That's dope.
Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they need to be compensated too. Pay the man. Lastly, I know everybody saw what happened yesterday in Texas, and yeah, it's sad that people have to worry about their kids dropping their kids off to school, and if the kids are gonna come back home in one piece or not, which is something parents shouldn't be doing, but. The way things are going in this country, the way certain stuff folks are in high places are doing, they want to, make bills and laws for certain things. But then when stuff we all knew it was a lost cause after Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook. I'm sorry,
Sandy Hook.
Yeah, we all knew when nothing was done then. Now we have this. I think it was like 20. I think the number was like 19 kids and a teacher.
Man. That's crazy to me. I know we had a moment of silence in school.
Yeah, we did too.
Was it today, yesterday? I don't even, bro, it felt like a blur, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But, and people had a whole issue with somebody raising the question, should, educators have firearms in school? And I'm like, not everybody. But if you go through the proper procedure to acquire your license and it's concealed, you should be able to make sure the kids in front of you are protected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because this is unacceptable. You got one police officer in these schools. Can he get everywhere?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's and I get it. People are irresponsible. That's why I say if you go through the proper, proper procedures, acquiring your license and it's concealed on you at all times, I got no issue with that just because, these kids got to be safe.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why white folks keep coming in these schools and killing people. I'm sorry, because we don't do it.
Right.
We was raised with home training. That's what I was told. I tell people that in school, and they all understand it. Yeah. So, let's be real. So something got to happen.
There's no reason why people should just easily be able to get a gun.
Or there's no reason why when somebody of color does something in the country, you call them a terrorist. When you got people who shoot schools up, that is real terrorism. So I don't understand why we always deflecting things and I could care less. I said what I said, and that's what it is.
I think there's been 200 mass shootings this year.
And it's pretty sad when I got to tell kids, because kids joke around during the lockdown sometimes. I tell them I totally understand that. I don't know what a fire in the school's like. So during the fire drill, we weren't that serious about it. But I said lockdowns. I never had a lockdown in school.
Yeah.
So they actually were killing kids while we were in school, high school. So they got
first one Columbine, right?
Yeah. I try to break it down to them that I never had a lockdown. So if you guys have lockdowns every couple months, it's kind of serious. So I get it. You might not be able to wrap your head around it because most kids can't, unless it's at your, in front of your face. But respected enough to just do what it was asking me.
I mean, you got a daughter. You got a daughter, so it's different. It's different for you because you got a daughter for school that you got to bring to school.
I'm going through the proper procedures,
right? Yeah. You just seen it everyone with children that made a statement today. They all have something in common. They all have children that they drop off to school all the time, and they don't want to be sitting there worried if their child is all right or not. Like, school's supposed to be the safe place for kids. That's supposed to be like an outlet.
Bro, when like I'm in the hallway and the kid will come around the corner and they're like, "Oh, you scared me." I laugh, but it bothers me because it's like I ain't never been scared a day in my life in school. I knew I was gonna see somebody every corner I turned. So why are you jumping? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's wrong with you? You all right, bro? You should be safe here. Like, and heck, certain kids are just scary people, and it bothers me. It's like, why are you so scared in a place that you should be free of fear?
It's a cold world.
It's
a cold world. It's a sad day, and all we're gonna get is thoughts and prayers, but nobody's gonna do nothing to change this situation that's happening in the country.
Because money moves stuff. It's just the country we're from.
Yeah, you know, capitalism ruins everything. So
you know, granted, don't stop praying, but we know in this country, they'll watch you guys pray while the money moves things. So,
yeah, man. But if you got kids, make sure you hug them, tell them you love them. That's all we got for y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully, if I'm here, 'cause my leg hurts.